Hey guys, welcome back to Get Into It with Jason Hook, with me, your host, Jason Hook. I have a ton of stuff, so we're going to get right into it. What we're listening to right now is the Conmen 7-inch and demo tape. So it contains the 7-inch and the demo, pretty self-explanatory. They have an LP coming out soon. Definitely check it out. Local Boston band, great stuff. Great stuff. So, right into the records. The first thing I'm going to show you is this another local band, this band Rebuilder, Rock and Roll in America. I actually picked this up last year, and I went out, saw them. They actually opened for Piebald. I saw them, bought the record, went to a bar that my friend works at. Stayed a little late at the bar, a little after hours, and left the record there. And I didn't get it back till about 2 months ago, so it was gone for almost a year to the day. But these guys are a local Boston band. It's cool vinyl there. They're a local Boston band, kind of like pop punk. I mentioned Piebald. If you dig Piebald, you'll dig these guys. Same kind of vein. They've been touring a lot. They actually ended up on the opening slot for the Punk and Drublick thing I went to before Fat Mike ruined the whole band's career. But yeah, it's like a rock, pop punk type sound. Great stuff, really tight, really great songwriting, great lyrically. They're into like a little bit more the softer side of stuff than what I usually show on here. But that's Rebuilder, Rock and Roll in America. Next, so I'm going to be all over the place today with different styles and stuff. So next is, I just got this mail the other day. This is Slugfest, Buffalo style. Now, Slugfest are a hardcore band from, as you can probably tell, Buffalo, New York. Early 90s, got that chuggy sound. Not as chuggy as some other bands, but they definitely have like the breakdown, the 90s cadence. This band is... There's a little lyrics behind there. This band is what, if you dig 90s hardcore, you probably already know Slugfest. If you're just kind of diving into the 90s hardcore, you should check Slugfest out. Most known for Scott Vogel. This is after, what was the band he was in before this? I wrote it down. Despair. This is after Despair, but before Buried Alive, and now he's in Terror. And also Tim Redmond was in this band, and he went on to be in Snapcase. This came on a cool, I believe it's a blue, cyan blue white smash. There's like 200 of these, I think. This has 8 songs and 4 live tracks, including a Minor Threat cover on it. Matron of Sedation on here is, if you can't mosh that song, you can't mosh, brother. But this is great stuff. Chuggy, not super chuggy, but the chug is there. A little bit more. It's not Earth Crisis-y chug, but it's definitely got that 90s chug to it. And it came out on Safe Inside Records. I believe they still have for mail order. I found this in a while just dicking around, and I definitely ordered one. I remember this. My buddy, when I was younger, made me a tape with Matron of Sedation on it, and I fell in love with this band. So that's Slugfest, Buffalo style. It's a discography. This is another round. A couple videos ago, I did this thing where I showed off tapes, and I had this on tape. This is the Record Store Day repress of this. This is the 598 EP, Garage Days Revisited Metallica record, where it's just 5 songs. They're all covers. You got Diamond Head cover, Budgie cover, Holocaust cover, Killing Joke cover, and 2 Misfits covers back to back. This is also known as Jason Newsted's first recordings with the band. I picked this up at an FYE, the one that's in my area no one ever goes to. So it's $20, marked down to $17.99, and I think it was at 25% off, and then I got another 10% off. So I just wanted to grab one. This is the repress. It's been pressed 1,000 times. It's black vinyl. There's no insert. No like thrills on this or anything really different. That's Garage Days Revisited, the 598 EP or whatever. Next I have the hallowed Battle Ruins LP, the new one. So this came out, I want to say, a couple months ago. They played a show in Belgium, and this was announced not that long before the show. They released a tape a couple years ago. Was it last year? I don't know. They had everything blended together. They had a couple songs on it that are actually on this. So it's on Rock and Roll Disgrace. The name of this record is A Glorious Dead. This is the 500 Blue repress. Awesome cover art. Came with a sticker. Got blue vinyl. Got a simple insert here. Drawing on one side, lyrics on the other side. Now, these are really hard to find. Actually, everything they do is expensive, it seems. They're a local Boston band. This band is made up of a ton of dudes that have done time in other well-known bands. It's kind of like a super project, but it doesn't... It's hard. I can't necessarily explain the sound to it. I want to say it's like... It's oi, but it's like hardcore oi, but with like... kind of like a... Not Templar's sound, but like a Templar's mythos to it, where the songs aren't just like, you know, looking for aggro with my friend, and, you know, like what usual oi is. It's about like kings and queens and wars and stuff. Like, it's really fucking intense stuff. The singer sings with a kind of like a falsetto, not full-blown corny falsetto, but he definitely sings instead of just screams and yells and, or grunts. Big guitars, you know, guitars. It's awesome shit. They've only played 3 shows as a band, and only one of them was in the U.S. So it's just, there's a lot of buzz around this band, but I think the buzz is well worth it. They have another LP that has a bunch of pressings. A 7-inch, which is way out of press. A demo tape, a demo tape, a tape with just songs that ended up on this and this. And these pop up every once in a while. I was just lucky enough, I got it for $15 a couple, like I would say a month ago. You gotta check out Fun with Smack Records, they pop up on there. But this is Battle Ruins, Glorious Dead. Maybe I'll play this later if I got time. So next, I have this right here, The Offenders, live at CBGB's in 1985. It's on Beer City Records. I think I've talked about Beer City on here before. They're out of Wisconsin or Milwaukee. Yeah, Milwaukee. The Offenders are a hardcore punk band from the 80s out of Texas. I believe it's just black. No, it's green vinyl. It's green vinyl here. The back here is flyers. I believe it might be from that tour or just tours in general. So this band existed in the height of like 80s American punk and hardcore. So you can see some of the shows they played there with the Pagans, Articles of Faith, the Dicks, the Crucifix, Gnostic Fraud, Dead Kennedys, Die Cruisin', and NOTA, none of the above, Minor Threat, Big Boys, The Offenders. So they played DOA, they played huge shows, and they have that sound, but for some strange reason I feel like they're kind of under the radar. I think they have a couple other records out. It's great shit. If you like 80s hardcore and you haven't heard these guys, you're dumb. You know, I know one of their records has weird cover art, which might not sell you necessarily on them, but this is a live at CBGB set. Classic hardcore band live set. Not the greatest recording in the world, but you can definitely hear what's going on. I grabbed this at the store called Inclusion, which is in Norwell. It's a skate shop with a record store in the basement. So you should definitely check this out. I'll put a link below. Check out anything The Offenders did. You'll know the You Gotta Write, the song You Gotta Write. It's well known. But that's The Offenders, Texas punk and hardcore. I believe they were a band from 78 to 86, so this was recorded towards the end of the band. A little bit more rock influence on some songs, but... I have a lot of comps and like kind of big records to show you with like big layouts in it, so I'm just grabbing the easy stuff now. Next I have the Uniform Choice The Demos LP that just came out. This was a Record Store Day 2018 release. I ordered it directly from Mankind, but it's a Mankind Nemesis split. This is color vinyl too. So it comes as a gatefold photo, so Uniform Choice photo. Back. I believe I got a color vinyl. Oh, color vinyl on this one. Yeah, white vinyl. If you guys don't know Uniform Choice, they're classic 80s straight edge hardcore. Driving guitars. Vocals are kind of sing-songy. If you know the regular record, Screaming for Change, this is the songs, the vocals are different, delivered different on this. So it's kind of hard for me at first to just... I dug it, but I was like, ugh, because I'm so used to listening to the other one. But it came with this cool poster. you put like a little live shot there. And on the other side, it's Uniform Choice logo there. And then it came with a reprint of the original demo lyric sheet, which has drawings. You know, the band playing live here. It's kind of cool what they did. It's a little drawings like that usually go along with the song. But I've always been a big fan of Uniform Choice since the first time I heard them, which was probably like, I don't know, the mid-90s. Because of my age. I know for Uniform Choice it might be a little bit of a selected taste. They put out Screaming for Change, which is their most well-known record, and then afterwards they kind of morphed into a rock band. Was it Staring at the Sun or Screaming at the Sun was the second like rock record? But I have one of those somewhere around here. But I grabbed this right from Mankind, direct order. It was cheap for an LP. I think it was under $20 with shipping. I think on the white there's only 100 of them. I did write down the numbers here. Yeah, I just wrote down white vinyl. But yeah, this was a Record Store Day release. Just great shit. Get into it. Uniform Choice. I flip the tape. Again, we're listening to the Conmen 7-inch discography tape. 7-inch discography. 7-inch demo discography tape. Alright. Next I have is Flag of Democracy. 23. This is another Inclusion Records purchase. I don't think there's an insert to this. Along with the Offenders, I feel like... Yeah, there's an insert. This is black vinyl. Pretty common lyric insert. But along with the Offenders, I find this is a hardcore band from the same era that kind of slid on the radar a little bit. It's got the sound of that era just down pat, like, without fail. But you just don't really see a lot of Flag of Democracy stuff fly around. I did write down a little bit of information so I don't sound like a complete idiot. Whatever. There we go. 1985, this says from Ambler, Pennsylvania. But it's just fast hardcore punk, 80s hardcore punk. Tongue-in-cheek type stuff right here. This little thing here. After experimenting with various musical genres, FOD, on their 23rd release, I finally returned to their high-energy thrash that made their debut Shatter Your Day so successful. Although they went to great lengths to capture an authentic sound in all their musical jaunts, even undergoing painful ethnicity changes for the world beat of FOD 7-inch, the public never accepted it. The critics have loved the diverse output over the years, however, especially when the band worked with such luminaries as late Professor Longhair during the New Orleans phase of their 8th and 9th releases, Miles Davis and Ravi Shankar. Whether you like the material in between or not, if you like Shatter Your Day, you'll love 23, Nate Randolph. So they're just kind of, it's tongue-in-cheek, but it's 80s hardcore, just fast hardcore, punk hardcore, great stuff. FOD, Flag of Democracy. Next I have this, which I picked up from Curtis from Tang. I went and saw Gangrene like almost a month ago now, I think. It was in June. And he was there, so he's selling like a bunch of Tang releases, and I own a bunch of them, but I didn't have one of these. This is a repress. This was originally a cassette tape. It's just it's a little comp. There's no insert. It's on a heavier vinyl. I don't know if it's 180. It could be 180. It's relatively thick. I don't know if you can tell. But it's just black vinyl. But it's got the newer Tang sleeves. He puts on the new stuff he puts out. The 2 Bulldogs and Fire. But this was $10, so I couldn't pass it up. I think this was 10 and CDs were 5. It's weird. These were 12 and CDs were 5. All LPs, but they're all like Tang keeps everything in press pretty much, or did. So on this, what you got here is you got Mission of Burma, Moving Targets, Lemonheads, Gangrene, Oysters, Outlets, Stranglehold, DYS, Killslug, Jerry Skids, Slapshot, Bullet La Volta, and Keith Levine, and Unnatural Acts. So, and here it just got a little it's got the copyright information for each band. Bullet La Volta, no Tang release yet, but we're thinking about it. Slapshot, Back on the Map, copyright 1986. Brutal, like a sonic cross check to the forehead. This stuff will incite bench clearing thrash. Jerry's Kids I Don't Belong, copyright 1984 from the first LP released on Tang, new LP in the fall of '87. So it's just got these like DYS Wolfpack, copyright 1982, no comment. Whose idea was this to put on this, to put on the, and then it's block. I don't know if it's just comp. It's like block, put on the blank anyway. So it looks like you just copied what it said on the fold out. Outlets, Eddie, copyright 1986. This act has no Tang release. This is presented as a service to the industry. It fucking rips. Stranglehold, She's Not Leaving. These guys broke up a long time ago. This is a true chestnut. So, anyways, it's just a Tang record. It's a fistful of hits. Comp, tape, put onto an LP. Alright. So next, I have this weird comp. 18-wheelers, Twisted Tales from the Truck Stops. This came out on, what is it, Trailer Park? Yeah, Trailer Park Records. I have two other of these comps that are in the same nature. One's about going to prison, and one's about going to, about being abducted by aliens. These are comps of like bluegrass, rockabilly, or like kind of outlaw country, like obscure outlaw country tracks. And each one has a theme. So this one, all the ones on here are about 18-wheelers or truckers. And so here, down here, it has the center labels of what you're about to hear. There's a little story written here about something crazy that happened at a truck stop. And then here, it's got all the bands, the name of the song, and a little bit of info about them. It's just regular vinyl. I think it's just black vinyl. Yeah, it's just black vinyl. I picked this up at Cheapo in Cambridge. I'm not a big country guy or bluegrass guy, even psychobilly guy, but I really dig these comps. It's just crazy, obscure stuff. It was $10. I highly recommend these if you have a chance. If you like the it Came From the Grave, like garage rock comps, these are the same thing, except it's just kind of like country music, but it's really bizarre shit. It's not that like pop country stuff. It's like 60s, 70s, 50s, just outlaw drinking country music. This is back here. So definitely check these out. They're on Trailer Park Records, but like every single one there's three. Trailer Park Records has a bunch of stuff, but there's three that have the same kind of drawing on it, with the three things, like, I mean, prison, aliens, and now 18-wheelers. And then, like I said, all three it's just the songs are about, you know, what the name of the record is. So this one, it's like, you know, Truck Driving Man by Bill Woods, 6 Cents a Mile by Billy Deaton, Diesel Smoke by Benny Barnes, Big Big Truck by Harold Crosby, Double Clutching Man by Gene Satterfield, Freightliner Fever by Truman Langford, Hot Wheels by Stan Farlow, Big Diesel Man by Sir Calvin Coolidge, Coffee Jim the Trucker by Terry Field, Truck Stop Number 3 by Dick Mosley, Gear Bustin' Sorta Feller by Bobby Braddock, I'm a Truck by Red Simpson, Truck Driver's Life by Bobby Edison, Trucker's Vitus by Lonnie Irving, Big Sam by Audrey Inman, Big Wheels by Claude Allen, Truck Driver's Dream by Ray Salter, and Truck Driving Jack by Lloyd Howell. So, like I said, it's just weird, lost songs about truck drivers. It's cool, trust me. Would I lead you the wrong way? Next is another Record Store Day thing I picked up after Record Store Day. This is the Bones Brigade Search for Animal Chin soundtrack, which is a double LP. What label did it come on? K9 Records, which had them for relatively cheap direct from them. A little bit more expensive at the record stores. I got this a couple weeks after Record Store Day. But it's a gatefold, and here what you do is you get all a photo collage of promo stuff for people that, you know, stills from the movie. Now, if you guys don't know, Search for Animal Chin is a classic skate movie from the 80s. Powell Peralta, young Tony Hawk. Yellow vinyl. Came with this cool giant poster, original poster. Have you seen him? So this is what they did for this, which is kind of interesting. I know some people were complaining about it, but I don't really mind. But they literally just took the audio from the movie. This is also gold. Whoops. So they basically just took the audio from the movie. So you can hear like the music playing, but then you hear skateboarding in the background or people talking if there's dialogue. But it's awesome. I love this movie. If you guys, any skate rats watching this, you know how much of a big deal this movie was. I have it on VHS, and a couple years ago I bought the repress of when they re-released all the Bones Brigade movies on DVD in a box set. So, but it's just, you know, you got Mike McGill, Tony Hawk, Steve Caballero, Lance Mountain, and Tony Guerrero. That's it. I'm fucking this up. But it's a Bones Brigade soundtrack. Check it out. It's mostly synth pop, kind of just soundtrack music. Next thing I have here is this weird Ramones bootleg that I picked up. That has to be Euro. It's definitely a boot. But check this out. So this is glued. Oh no, this is glued. And it's got what's on it on the back here. And it's a double LP. No labels. One's black. And one's red. And then in here, glued to the red one, is another piece of paper that you fold over for what's on here. So what it's on here is it's live in Indianapolis in 1978. Biscuit Flower Hour show in New York from a 77 from a 7-inch reel. Rockline Old Grey Whistle Test from 78. Philadelphia Soundboard from 77. Four Acres Club, Utica, New York from 77. So it's just a bunch of random like TV appearances, radio appearances, and live sets just smashed onto 2 LPs. It was cool. I paid $20 for it. Definitely a weird boot. Definitely by some of the writing on the where they list what's on it. It's not English second language. Definitely release. The grammar's pretty bad, but it kind of reads like they don't. It's translation grammar, not knowing how to write grammar. But that's just a Ramones bootleg. Sheena's a punk rocker, I guess it's called. It's got a bunch of stuff on it. So the tape is over. What do you guys want to hear? I'll put on Battle Runes. I'm back. So Battle Runes will start playing shortly. The next thing I'm going to show you is this Warbringer record. So this is also in a gatefold. It came with this patch. I believe this might just be regular vinyl too. I'm not even sure. Black vinyl. No, it's on red. So if you guys don't know Warbringer, they're like a crossover thrash band from, I want to say the mid 2Ks. Let me look. I know I wrote down a date when this came out. 2008 on Central Media. There's 1,000 of these on red. But these guys are out of California. It's just thrashy crossover. Exactly what you expect by the cover art alone. You know, Municipal Waste a la, maybe a little bit heavier than, less goofy or party thrashing, but definitely that kind of fast driving Exodus thrash. I grabbed this, buddy gave this for free. He had a bunch of them. I don't know, he bought them a long time ago and they ended up stored somewhere, and I appeared, so I got one for free. Glorious. Let me turn this up, hold on. Alright, I'm back, sorry. So, next, what we have is Stealing the Pocket comp. Now, this is a comp out of the mid-90s, I believe, 1996. Yeah, 1995. 28 songs on Positively Punk. There's 200 of these. What they did was they took old sleeves, and this is all just glued on. They glued on, looked random things from a cookbook, and then a band list on here. And this has crazy shit on it, but this stuff crossed out on purpose as a joke. Anal Cunt, Rancid, and Sick of It All are crossed out. So let me pull this out. So, it comes with this book where every band has like a little thing on it. A little page that they, clearly they mailed it in. Well, not, they mailed it to the, whoever put it out, or... But this has a huge, crazy mix of weird stuff on it. It says that the 3 bands I listed are on the CD version. There is no CD version. But let me list some of the bands on here. The Pist, The Showcase Showdown, Fear of Reprisal, Portraits of Past, Naked Aggression, Jim Jones Party Mix, Rancid Hellspawn, Rye Coalition, Dead Silence, Death Side, Capitalist Casualties, Vanilla, Quarreling Xenophobic Waitresses, Devoid of Faith. Los Crudos, Potato Justice, Bound, Action Patrol, Frail, Fat Day, FYP, Conmen, Maximilian Colby, Chiquita, Standoff, Christie Front Drive, Quincy Punks, Troll and Withdrawal. So this is a weird mix of mid-90s like punk and hardcore, almost like noise. There's some noise on here, and like that weird emo core that kind of started to grow out. But it's great. This is a great comp. If you can get one, grab it. There's only 200. You can find them relatively easy. I don't know why they didn't do more, because it really catches the time. That's a Steel in the Pocket comp. Discogs, that's where I got mine. So next I have 3 Radio Raheem releases. Here's Hellbent. These just came out. Hellbent's a New York metal band, kind of, with metal tinged. That really didn't do much of anything. This is the 83, 84 demos. Black vinyl with the Hellbent there. It's got a logo drawn there. Comes with this little insert for the front of CBGBs. One of the funny things about this, if you look over here, this Hellbent graffiti right here too. So I don't know if that was always there, they drew it for the photo. So this opens up, you get flyers, photos, you get a little written thing, something from the band. So this band is just, it's definitely metal, it's crossover, but not as thrashy crossover. You can tell by the dudes that are in the band. You know, they have charges, leather jackets with metal, Discharge definitely. But the funny thing you see in here is there's 2 photos. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that right there is Harley. It looks like Harley doing a stage dive while they're playing. And then if you look at this photo, again popping up, it looks that pretty sure that's Rabies. He's in the crowd at one of their shows. And then it says in the little thing on the inside about how all the bands support each other, punk and metal, whatever, so that would make sense. But this is really cool shit. I highly recommend it. Check it out. Anything on Radio Raheem I recommend. They're good at finding lost stuff and putting together really nice packages to release it. That's Hellbent, the 83, 84 demos. Next is Acid Attack. They're from the UK, a UK 82 band. This came with a flexi that has 2 songs on it. This is the version with the flexi. This comes with a nice little printed out book. Here, it's got all the lyrics. It's got all the lyrics in it, like stuff from like zines that they put out. A lot of photos. A little story from a member of the band, just, you know, thank you for checking it out and talking about the band. Some more photos. It's a UK 82 band, and you know, I've talked about UK 82 on here before. It's just plain black vinyl, so I'm not going to pull it out. But if you guys dig the UK 82 sound, this is a band you have to hear. Kind of obscure. I believe they played maybe just in an area and didn't really leave. And they're active again. They do have an Instagram. I'll tag them in it. But the cool thing on the flexi too is if you open it, there's a cool little like color photo of them hanging out. But if you dig the UK 82 sound, you'll dig this, guaranteed. So that's Acid Attack, Suburbia Stream, Radio Raheem. Next we have Against. Next we have Against. Now the thing about this band, I want to spend a minute to talk about them. Against are out of California. 2 of the dudes in this band were original members of Suicidal Tendencies, but I don't believe they ever recorded with them. Now this is the it's an 83 demo, an unreleased EP. This band is Discharge. These guys heard Discharge and bit their style, and that's not a put down. It's fucking awesome. This is fucking awesome stuff. I've listened to it like 6 times in a row when I got it. So it's just black vinyl with Against, and then like a photo. Some Against graffiti on a car, foreskin sticker. So these guys, this is early 80s California Discharge, just total Discharge worship. And when I open this up, I want to point it out. And when I say Discharge worship, I'm not saying they suck. They're awesome, but he even rocks the singer even rocks the Cal Charge. Like, look at that. I mean, come on, man. Look at, that's Discharge influence style right there. But it comes with this insert. Got some lyrics. It's got a little something from the band. This was completely lost to time. I never heard of him until I saw Radio Raheem was putting it out. But I guess the original drummer passed away a few years ago, and it says a little thing in there. They're bummed that he never got to see this stuff see the light of day. But if you dig Discharge or just obscure punk, you have to listen to this. You have to listen to this. Like, this is my pick of the week. I should have played it. I'll play it in the background in another video. But that's Against. Welcome to the Aftermath. Radio Raheem Cola Disco split. Cola Dicto. I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. So I'm running out of time. I had one more record. I put in the next one. But I want to just talk about 3 quick things before I run out of time. The first thing is going to be bornpist.com. If you guys haven't noticed, I have a little logo for my channel. Andy Fletcher drew that. This is his website. Yes, he's also plays in this band, and he drew this. But this is his website where he has prints for sale, shirts, burden stuff, general stuff that he does. So definitely go over there, check it out, and support him. He's an awesome dude, great artist. Next is the Axe to Grind podcast, which is a hardcore podcast. It's relatively new, but if you dig like long, drawn-out conversations about punk and hardcore, new hardcore, new punk, behind-the-scenes stories, check it out. They're a little long. I listen to them in the morning, but they're over on check them out on Apple Podcast, iTunes. And the next one I'll talk about is the PTW podcast, which my friends in it's Poor Taste Wrestling. I don't know if I've ever mentioned on here, but I have friends who run a website called Adventures in Poor Taste, which is like a comic book kind of pop culture website. They started doing a podcast about wrestling, which is awesome. I highly suggest it. It comes out every Friday morning. So what's up, guys? I'm going to shoot you guys a little plug here. And I'm just about to run out of time, so thanks for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Hey, Tim, bro.